Couple of things. I may or may not have known where this cake was going or what it would look like in the end. Sometimes you just go where the cake takes you. Second of all, I may or may not have given him a name. You want to learn how to make this Halloween skull, drippy wax candle, edible feather collar cake. That's what I'm calling it. I'll show you how. Now that our batter's nice and black, we're gonna get this into our amazing, awesome cake pan. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? It's a skull cake, and it's gonna go on top of our cake. It's gonna be amazing. This cake pan I got from Williams and Sonoma. Actually, my friend lent it to me. I had to have it. I had to do a YouTube video with it. And it's gonna be the coolest cake you've ever seen. Typically, I'll use shortening and parchment paper to line my cake trays, but with this, there's so many details, I can't do that this time. So, I'm going to use Wilton's Bake Easy Spray. It's kind of like flour and shortening all in one. It makes it really easy for your cake to release. So I'm gonna use this. I typically don't, oh my gosh, is it in my face? Like, can you see it?
No.
I just sprayed my eyeballs. Okay. I hope that's like ophthalmologist approved. Oh my goodness. They need a warning on that. So you just take this and you spray it in your cake pan pretty generously. He's all ready for our black batter. I'm not gonna fill him all the way up. I'm just gonna fill him like 2/3 full. We're gonna put him on a cookie sheet lined with some tin foil to contain any mess that might happen, any overspill or anything like that. That way you keep your oven clean and you save yourself from a lot of work. Let's get him in the oven. I'm so excited. Our cakes are out of the oven and I am so excited to see what he looks like. They've cooled completely, and so I'm going to take these little domes off, and all I'm going to use is a kitchen knife that's serrated. I'm going to keep my knife level with the cake pan. Awesome. Awesome. These cake scraps are from my husband. Now let's see what he looks like. Now I'm going to take my cake drum and use it to flip this guy over. I'm so excited. Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, you guys. He looks perfect. Look at that. Oh, he's so handsome. And then here's the back of the head. Be very careful when handling these. Now this guy sits up like that. Oh my gosh. Be very careful. Look at him. Oh, I love it. That is the coolest thing. I'm going to stick him together with some white chocolate because it'll hold it really well, and then I'll put him together. I've got some white chocolate candy melts in a bowl here, and I'm going to put them in the microwave for about a minute, stir them, put it back in for about 30 seconds, stir it, and then like another 10 seconds or so and stir it. And that's called tempering your chocolate. You want to do a nice slow heating of the chocolate so it doesn't get ruined. Here we go. I'm holding him very carefully. Be careful you don't touch the cake, otherwise you're going to get crumbs on your spatula. I felt like the best place to hold him would be back in the pan. So I put him back in his pan and I'm gonna pop him into the fridge so that chocolate sets. I have made and stacked and iced a 7-inch cake. I'm gonna put my skull right on top of this base here. Before I do that, I'm going to make a border for this base. Wilton has these cool molds, and I'm gonna use this mold and I'm gonna use the border one right down here. It's really cool. We're going to use some fondant. It doesn't matter what color because we're going to cover it in gold foil. Of course, always gold. You're gonna take your fondant, kind of knead it a little bit, just like playing with Play-Doh. Okay, and you're gonna make a rope. See, our rope's gonna be as long as our mold here. Now I'm gonna start pressing my fondant down into my mold. I'm gonna keep pressing into this mold. It's nice and flat. Now we're gonna flip it over and see what it looks like. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm going to cut this off with a little mini pizza cutter. Now we're going to gild it with gold. We're going to take our gold foil. It comes in these little tiny packages. You can order them online. I got mine off of Amazon. Just make sure when you order it says 100% gold. If you get it from the craft store or if it comes really big and it's really cheap, it's probably not the real thing. And this is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Now be careful not to touch it because it will stick to your skin. So only touch it with a kitchen paintbrush. First, anything that it touches has to kind of be wet. So I'm going to kind of just put some water on my fondant here to make sure that that gold foil sticks. I'm going to dry off my brush. So I'm going to lift it off and then just gently pat it on. Gonna get your cake wet a little bit so the fondant can stick, and you're just gonna place your gilded fondant right there on the base. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're just gonna continue this all the way around the cake. So we've just taken our guy out of the fridge, and I'm gonna make a cardboard base for him so that I can put him on top of my cake. I've got some white chocolate here, and I'm gonna use that as glue to kind of attach my base to my skull cake. Now be very careful when you're handling this guy. I just cut this guy out of some cardboard. I place it on, and that should stick really well. There you go. All right, we're gonna make some poured icing, the same icing that you make for petit fours. I'm gonna include the recipe down below, or a link to the recipe. It's a Martha Stewart recipe that I found. I'm gonna sift the powdered sugar first with a sieve here. Awesome. And then some water, some corn syrup, and some flavoring. I'm gonna whisk it all together, and I'm actually gonna take it over the stove to the kind of double boiler that I'm gonna make here. If you wanna follow me. Here we've got a pot of simmering water, and we just put our bowl right on top of that and start mixing. That corn syrup's gonna start to dissolve, and it's gonna mix all of our powdered sugar in with it. Make sure you use a hot pad or a towel to hold your metal bowl, because that metal does conduct heat. All right, here's the moment of truth. Originally, I was gonna pour the poured icing on him while he was on the cake, but I feel like that's gonna make a huge mess. So we're gonna do it over a cooling rack to catch the mess. Then we'll put them on top. Then we'll put the drips where we want them. Here we go. Come on. Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks so cool. Doesn't that look cool? Okay, so pouring didn't go quite as I had imagined because I think I need to put more water in this recipe. So I put some more water in it. Now I'm going to take a spoon and just kind of drizzle over the holes. If it doesn't turn out, we'll just make it look like a drip candle or something. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can do this. Come on. Oh, come on. Please. Okay, it worked a little bit. Let's see if we can make it work a little bit more. Okay, swipe the bottom of your spoon on the bowl so it doesn't drip. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's what I want. There you go. Look at that. We're just improvising, guys, okay? Sometimes that's what happens when you make a cake. Okay, I don't even know what it looks like. I'm gonna turn them around, hold on. Let's see if I can do it better if I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, that didn't work. Hey, look at you. Good job. You need a little beard. You need a little frosting beard, guy. Now I'm just gonna keep filling it in. That looks great. All right, guys, we have covered our cake in our petit four icing, and